look out this way and raise them up. Right. It's hard. Okay, so when we do your makeup for competition or performing, the first thing you're going to want to do is just even out everything out, your skin tone, with a foundation that matches your skin color. I'm going to use a beauty blender today, but you could use a foundation brush. Today I'm using the beauty blender, so you just kind of put some dots of foundation all over, and then you kind of stipple it all over. Turn this way. Okay. And this just gives a nice even application. And you want to blend it really well all over into your hairline, under your chin, so there's no lines. Okay. And then the next thing that you want to do, I recommend using a lid base on your eyes, lash to brow. And this is going to keep your eyeshadow on, and it's also going to make it show up much better than if you didn't use a primer. So lift your chin up, there you go. It also helps to eliminate any competition. We all have something, your eyes might be red or purple or dark. Maybe you can see all the veins, and that's going to compete with your makeup. So if you cover that up first, your eyeshadow will look flawless. And you want to do the same under your eye too, with some concealer. Look up at the ceiling for me. This just eliminates any discoloration that you have under your eyes. And just a small camouflage brush is the best thing to use for that. You're doing really good. Hard to keep your eyes open. You want to go all the way up to your lashes, on the top and the bottom. And then over your liquid foundation, I recommend just using a little mineral powder just to kind of set it. That's going to help you to keep it on all day, and also kind of give you more of a matte finish and take away any shine or glow that you might have on the stage. So just a little bit, very light to set it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add some color. We're going to start with your cheeks and give you a little color on the cheeks. The most important thing here is we don't want clown circles and we don't want racing stripes. So we're going to stay kind of on your cheekbone. And don't be afraid of it. You can always go back and blend with your powder brush if you feel like you have too much. But you really want to have it show up, turn for me, so that you don't get washed out with the lights. So you probably want to use a little more than you would on a typical day. Now we're going to do eyeshadow. So what you want to do is make sure that you start with your lightest color. Your light color is going to go all over. And I'm using an angled brush that it's dense, holds a lot of product, so you can kind of fit it right in the shape of your eye. But all over, everywhere you put your base. So this is going to go lash to brow. Okay, and then you're going to go to your darker color. I'm going to use a small brush on her because she has a smaller eye, but if you're a little bigger and you have a larger eye, you could use kind of a crease brush, an angled brush like this one. I'm going to start out smaller on hers. And with your crease color, I'll put it on this side, and then I'll show you how to find this spot on her when we do her other side. But you really just want to go back and forth. Okay. So when you're looking for your spot, look at me and open your eyes. And raise your eyes like this, like you're surprised. But look at me and raise them up. I'm going to kind of help her out a little bit, but you can see now, that's perfect. Right where her brow bone is, that's where you want to start with your darker color. Close for me so you can see. Okay, open and raise it up. So you can see how it's up here, but when she relaxes her eyes, it kind of falls down into the crease. So if you have a hard time figuring out where am I supposed to put this dark color, that's a good way to kind of find your spot. Okay, close for me. And then from that spot, you want to kind of stay up and out. And on your lid, you want to stay on the outer half of that. Light opens up, makes things look brighter and wider and more open. Dark closes them in. So if you put dark colors in here, down here, it'll make your eyes look dark and deep and closer together. So you want to keep your eyes looking big and bright. So all of the dark stuff stays up and out from that spot. If you have any fall off, you can just take your big brush and kind of get rid of that too. When you're using with dark colors, that can happen. Okay, so next we're gonna do an eyeliner. And on Madison, we used the liquid that has the rubber tip. We're gonna use a felt tip. You can see the two different options. Different people like different things. I would recommend a liquid or a felt tip. They're both gonna stay on and just give you a more defined line. So I'm gonna have you close for me. And what's important with the liner is that you stay close to the lashes. You don't wanna have a gap. So you wanna just stay as close to the lashes as you can. Okay, relax your eye for me. Try not to squeeze, just like you're sleeping. Another thing that helps is to form little dashes to make a line. When you try to make one line, a lot of times it'll skip and then you won't have the nice solid line you're looking for. So if you just do little dashes, that helps. So the next thing we're going to do is some mascara, and I know that you will be using some false lashes for some of your performances too, so we'll put some mascara on. You can kind of look right here. Perfect. And then you can put your lashes on, and then you can go back and maybe do a little more mascara or a little more liner to touch up, just depending. The best thing with regular mascara is if you get any up here on your lids, once it dries, then it'll just rub right off. If you're using a waterproof, you want to get that off right away. And Abigail has really nice brows. Hers are dark and they show up pretty well anyway, but brows are really important. So I'm going to just show you how you would use a brow product if you needed to. Maybe if your hair is really blonde, or maybe you don't have big full brows, it's nice to just add a little bit of brow product to them to fill them in and show up, because a lot of your expression is actually shown with your eyebrows too. So you want to make sure that people can see them. So just a product that is close to your hair color, and just kind of fill them in. Okay, now we're to lips. So we're going to give her some lip color. And what I recommend is using a lip liner to just kind of give you some more definition, and then it'll also help to keep your lipstick on longer. So we're going to just line your lips with liner, and then we'll fill it in with lipstick. And I fill the whole lip in, so if any of your lipstick does wear off, you don't just have like a line around your lips. You'll still have color all over. When you're using a dark or bright color, it's not quite as forgiving, so you just want to make sure that you keep it even on both sides. And then we're going to fill in with lip color. I'm going to use a lip brush just to keep this one clean, but that also helps you to get it on a little more even, I think. So if you're having trouble you can use a lip brush, and then you have a little more control over where you're putting the lipstick. Okay, ready? Do it again for me, like open it. There you go. And sometimes after you're done, it's easy to go back with the liner and just kind of make sure that all your lines are straight and even. What do you think? It's good. It's good?